Now look at this right here, guys. This is an ugly quote. Nobody's going to enjoy receiving this, and I'll bet you this is what most of your quotes look like. But look at this right here now. This is actually a very beautiful quote. This is the kind of quote that I want to say yes to. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how to create these templates to make these beautiful quotes. And the way I'm going to do it, I'm going to come over here. First of all, we're going to start from the home screen every single time. So starting from this home screen, come on down to quotes, and come over here to more actions and open up templates. And let's go ahead and click on create template here. And I'm going to show you how to create a template. And today's example is going to be for fascia, but it can be for whatever you want. And what we're going to do is the template that I create today, every time I do fascia in the future, now I'm going to click on this template and I'm just going to have to input a few numbers and it's going to give me a fully built out quote, a beautiful fully built out quote that people want to say yes to. So let's go through the process of actually building up this template for fascia. So the first thing we're going to do is the title here. So let's click on edit, and we're going to need two things here. We're going to need the title name, and that's the internal name for us. So let's just call it fascia. And then for the quote title itself, we're going to say fascia. Now this is going to show up on the quotes themselves that we send out. So fascia refurbishment estimate. That's going to be our actual title that goes on the quote. Next is going to be introduction, and the introduction is going to be what shows at the top. So we can add an image at the top. And I made this particular one just for doing this video for y'all because I wanted to show you that you can make these long banner images that are going to span the entire top of the quote. This is 2,550 pixels wide. If you're using Canva or whatever you're using, when you go to edit your image for this, you want to make it 2,550 pixels wide if you want it to go the full width here. Now we also need to give this a title. I already have one ready for this just for the video, so you guys don't have to watch me just type stuff out the whole time. So let's paste this title in there. Protect your roof line, starting with fascia. So right away, you've started this off by reiterating to the client that they're protecting their home if they say yes to this quote. And then copy this. This is the description for it. I am going to read this. I'm not going to read all the other ones that I'm about to be doing because I don't want to bore you again, but feel free to pause and read yourself. So for the description, your fascia is more than just exterior trim. It helps protect the edge of your roof from sun, rain, pests, and moisture. Once fascia begins peeling, cracking, or rotting, water can work behind the board and spread into the rafter tails, roof sheathing, and surrounding trim. Repairing it now helps stop the damage early, protect the structure behind it, and restore a clean, finished look to your home. So right off the bat, we've given them the value proposition right at the top with a very clear picture showing what theirs looks like versus what it could look like. Let's go ahead and save this. Now, right after the introduction, the next thing we're going to do down here is the products and services. So let's click on edit for product and service. We're going to click on line item. And the first line item, like I said, I've got these pre-built. We're going to do 3 line items here. And the 3 line items are going to be for replacement, repair, and then just basic prep and paint. So paste, fascia replacement. This is per linear foot. I'm putting that in the title. And then we've got the description for what fascia replacement entails, and more importantly, what it also does not entail. And we're going to paste that into here, and we're going to go ahead and assign it a unit price. So let's say we're going to charge $27 per linear foot of fascia replaced. Now we're going to do another line item, and this other line item, similarly, we're going to go to number 2, fascia repair per linear foot. Because the idea here is we're going to go to the job, we're going to measure the amount of linear feet that we're going to need for each of these, and then all we're going to have to do is open up this quote when we get back home and just add the linear feet, just add the quantities. All of this stuff that I'm showing you right now, where I'm copying and pasting this description and title for the repair, this is all going to be pre-filled for you, so all you're going to need to do is the linear feet. Now let's say for repairs, we have $27 per unit per linear foot for the fascia replacement. For fascia repair, let's go with $17 per linear foot for repair only. And again, add another line item, and we'll populate this one with fascia prep and paint per linear foot. Copy, paste this guy in here, come back in here and get the description for this. And again, these descriptions are just saying what is, and more importantly, what is not included in these tasks. And then the next thing we're going to do is instead of add line item, we're going to add text, because I've also put together just a few disclaimers that are very much tailored just to this one. So for the disclaimers, I've called it additional details here, and we're going to copy this whole thing of additional details, copy, come back into here and paste that, and let's say additional details. There we go. So we've got the basic body done. Oh, we didn't put the price per linear foot for just the regular prep and paint. Let's call that $9 per linear foot for regular prep and paint. Use whatever pricing you want to use. I'm just showing you how to build the actual quote templates here. So now all of this is just going to automatically be attached to any fascia quote that we do if we use our fascia template, and you can build these for all kinds of jobs, of course, not just fascia. So add sections. What's the next section? Well, let's go to attachments, and let's say that you have some sort of customer care guide for what they need to do with their fascia now that you're done with it. So you can upload this fascia customer care guide, and your customer's going to have that so that they know going forward what to look for, how to maintain it, whether or not they can pressure wash it, whatever it is that you want them to know. Next is going to be images. So we open up images. Let's click on add images here. And I do want to be clear, guys. Now, I made these particular images that you're seeing with AI. Please don't send your actual clients AI images. I used these because I'm showing you how to build templates, not because these actually go to my clients. You're going to want to use your actual photos. And if you don't have your actual photos, use something else that you think is appropriate, but please don't send your clients AI slop. They do not like that. Next is going to be reviews, and this is only going to work if your Google business profile is already connected to your Jobber account. If it's not, you can go into the settings and you can get your Google business profile connected to your Jobber account. But if it is connected, you're going to be able to come through and pick a whole bunch of different ones. So let's say you have actual Google business reviews for fascia work, or at least for carpentry work or something. You can go pick those specific reviews and save them here. And now your fascia estimates, your fascia template is going to have fascia related Google reviews or carpentry or exterior paint or whatever is closest to that for you. And you're going to have those automatically show up. So next, what are we going to do? Client message. If you want to add a client message, which is not a bad idea, you can add that here. What I've done is I've come up with one that says, thank you for supporting a local family business. People really like being thanked for supporting local family businesses, and it makes them feel good about their purchase. So for the client message on this one, I'm going to talk about that. Now, if I had some particular pitch that made it feel like I'm the fascia expert. Like if I've replaced over 1 million board feet of fascia in my lifetime, maybe I'll put that here. But for this one, I'm going to go with thanks for supporting a local business. And then the very last one is contract or disclaimer, all the way down here. Now, I do want you to know that you can go into settings and upload your own contract or disclaimer that can be auto-populated there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use this one that I've already got copied onto my clipboard here. Don't be trying to copy mine. This is not my official contract and disclaimer. This is just an example for this video. So just make sure everything is saved. There we go. Save that last little piece there. So now we've got everything saved. So let's go ahead and create our actual estimate. So let's come over here and click New Quote. And it's going to bring up this template that we just now made here. It already says fascia refurbishment estimate. Let's select the client. By the way, none of these phone numbers and addresses and stuff are real. This is just fake stuff that I've put in here for the demo account. But I want you to know that I like to add the address of the property to the quote title, to the job title, anything that I'm building in here in Jobber. I like to add these to it. And by the way, you can probably guess this, but I'm a Jobber ambassador. I've been using Jobber for over 5 years now. I built my entire business on it, and there's a link in the description if you want to go get a free 14-day trial with my exclusive discount of 20% off of the first 6 months. That would be a great way to let Jobber know that you appreciate their support of this channel. This is how I bring this valuable content to you. And also know that you can go to bulletproofhandyman.com and sign up for my Jobber webinar that I do once a month. The next one is on the 23rd of June. I'm going to take you in there and show you how I create jobs, how I manage the workflow for those jobs and the documentation, how I invoice them, how I build my estimates, and really how I run my business with Jobber. So if y'all want to know how I run my business with Jobber, head on over there and sign up for that webinar and come to the webinar, and I will answer any and every Jobber question you have. And if you guys want to email me, bulletproofhandymanbusiness@gmail.com, I answer every email. But let's move on with this. So we've got our quote title in here. Now these over here, these are custom fields. If you have custom fields you've added, go ahead and fill them out. If you don't know what that is, come to one of my webinars and I'll teach you, or just go explore custom fields. You can talk to the AI right here too. This this jobber AI, she's very smart and she'll answer most of your questions. So our introduction is already here, protecting your roof line, et cetera, et cetera. All of these products and services are already here. So let's say that we need to replace 21 feet of fascia. Just type the quantity 21 in there. This is per linear foot, $567. Next, repair. So we're replacing 21 feet. Maybe we need to repair a total of 43 feet of fascia, $731. And then of the fascia that only needs to be just simply prepped and painted, let's do 128 feet at $9 per linear foot, $1,152. Our additional details, this is basically disclaimers, are all here already. We don't need to add any new line items. All of this pricing, let's double check it. Yep, it all looks good. We've got our nice subtotal over here. Add your discount if you want to, add your taxes if you want to, or if you need to. The fascia, how to take care of your fascia moving forward, that document is already preloaded here. Those images that we uploaded are already preloaded. My Google reviews are already showing here, and your client message is already showing here. Your contract and disclaimer is already showing here. So what you should be able to see from this, guys, is this was extremely easy. All we actually had to do now that the template is made was pick the client, the property, put the new title up here, fill out your custom fields if you have any to fill out, and then just simply add the quantity. And once you've got all of that done, all you've got to do is hit save quote, and this quote is done. So next you can send it as a text, or you should down here, where's send as email? You can send it as an email. You can do whatever you need to do next. But the point is this quote is done, and this quote was really easy. What I think you want to see now, though, is preview as client. So this is what your client's going to see. They're going to open it up and they're going to see this example of bad fascia versus good fascia, protect your roof line, a description of why the fascia matters. It's protecting the rest of their house and specifically their roof. It's got all of the details of the work we're going to do. It's got the disclaimer. It's very pretty. It's got the subtotals. It's got the images. They're going to be able to approve this quote and pay the deposit if you have a deposit set up. They're going to be able to do all of that from right here, right now. This is the actual client view there. So this is beautiful. This is a quote people are really going to enjoy getting from you. But most importantly, it's going to save you hours and hours, because if you had to come type all this out every single time, you're talking about, if you're super fast, a half hour. If you're not super fast, and if you have to think this through, could be a couple hours. And if your time's worth $100 an hour, that's $50 to $200 that you would waste typing this all out by hand. Instead, now you have this template. So whenever you want to use it, you can come over here. We already saved this, so let's come home and say create and quote. And then when we go to create that quote, we can just click on fascia right here. And all of this is already pre-filled again. So again, all you have to do is add client. The property is already there. I like to put the property address up here and just come down here, fill in your quantities for these three, and you're done, guys. So again, if you guys want to learn anything more about this, go to bulletproofhandyman.com and sign up for my webinar. It's going to be, look, there it is right there. Or you can come up here to events, and you can click on events and you'll find it right there. I'm also going to be in Austin, June 11th. We've got a really amazing, by the way, y'all can come meet me in Colorado, actually at the end of this month on the 25th through the 28th, man. This is paid for. Lodging is provided. I'm providing all the food. I'm cooking all the meals and everything. All you guys got to do is show up for this 4-day weekend and network with each other as well as with me. And we're going to troubleshoot your businesses. We're going to help you build your businesses. We're going to have a lot of good old-fashioned handyman networking and handyman hangout time where we help each other with our businesses. This is absolutely free to you. This has been paid for by Quo, Q-U-O, formerly Open Phone, and they want to support y'all. So come to bulletproofhandyman.com as well and sign up for this June 25th through 28th. But also, just so you guys know, I've got this entire masterclass for how to start up your actual handyman business. I've got all of these events. I've got digital tools. This is a home inspection app that's going to give you a beautiful PDF report of everything that's wrong on the house after you inspect it. Hourly rate calculator if you don't know what to charge. Project estimator, you're going to get to upload up to 1 minute of video of whatever project you're working on. It's going to tell you how long it's going to take, what steps to take, how much you should charge in your particular zip code to do that job, what materials you're going to need, where you can buy those materials, what local companies work with that as well, things you need to look out for that you may not even know you need to look out for in advance, all the information you want to know about that job. It's going to give you this big, beautiful report. Rate Book Builder is going to help you build up your rates and your custom line items so you can standardize standardize your pricing. AI receptionist trainer. This, if you have a jobber AI receptionist, which by the way, she's going to book jobs for you, take phone calls for you. She'll do just about everything that you do in Jobber, but she'll do it for you while talking to your clients on the phone. Really amazing stuff. If you don't know what a handyman can do, you can come down here and just type in your city name here and get a report for that. You can ask questions that'll be answered from an AI that's trained on my videos. There's all my videos right there. You can search my library. You can sign up for my newsletter. You can submit content that you want me to respond to. Lots and lots and lots of great stuff going on here, guys. So please do check that out. But otherwise, like I said, sign up for the webinar. Email me anytime you need. bulletproofhandymanbusiness@gmail.com. Go get your free trial of Jobber, your free 14-day trial. It comes with my exclusive discount of 20% off for the first 6 months. Otherwise, I love you guys. I hope you're out there killing it, and I'll see y'all on the next one.